Alright, hey everyone. I just wanted to make a quick video just talk about like using your energy to go higher in life. Really, there's no higher or lower, it's always maintained and it's always peace anyway. But, you know, you smoke weed or you smoke tobacco or you drink alcohol and you feel higher in some sort of way. Well, in life, you can also feel higher from, adrenaline, dopamine, serotonin. Nature like triggers those peaceful responses within the brain. And I just want to give this idea that when you're feeling this sort of high of life, it's best to create something. It's best to put that energy out there in a way where you can continue the energy in a more grounded, natural way whilst you're feeling this sort of high, this higher presence of higher self, like peace and stuff. Whether that people call it enlightenment or like nirvana or bliss, or simply just high in, an intoxicant sort of way. When you put out something and you create whilst you're in that energy, that 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 solidifies the energy that you're already feeling. So it's like you put it out there and it's like you naturally go higher after that. As like Guruji Josai says, you're already naturally as you are, but nothing can change like how you actually are, but um everything will always be how it is. Um so in life, if everything's always gonna be how it is, why not try something new? Why not put out that energy, and then when you come down off that high physically or mentally or any kind of way, and then you look back on the project you created as a more sober state of mind, that energy will rise your vibration again when you need to do it, but it won't get you as high. It won't, not as if like as high, but it won't be such an emotional attachment to the energy that's there. It'll be more of you observing the energy itself. You see, because you're observing the state at which you felt. So that's what I do if I'm ever feeling like happy or even sad in an emotional state, or feeling more like enlightened in my ways. I say it like that for me because there's been many times where I thought I was truly enlightened, but obviously if I'm still feeling nervousness and stuff like that, how could I actually be? But I'm trying to reach for the goal of never feeling uncomfortable, never feeling fear and stuff like that. So as I'm able to witness the high where I didn't feel fear or anything in a more sober state, I can then feel that presence and that peace naturally, because then I'm absorbing that energy into me, and it naturally raises my vibration and my emotional state to a more understanding, aware sort of place, because that's the state that I was in a more aware, graceful state. So yeah, I think it's important if you ever high off life to create and bring that awareness with you into the next moment of life, like the next day after you're asleep, and then all that energy's wearing off and stuff like that. Or if you even hung over or something, then witnessing the state that you was in can then remind you of where you were at, instead of worrying like, oh, was this right, was that wrong or not. It's just about observing, it's just about being that, holding that presence and that space for yourself. It's alright to love yourself. It's alright to experience yourself. When you look at yourself and you hear your voice, many people say, oh, I hate my voice, I hate the way I look and stuff like that, but it's like, that's you, that's what it is anyway. It's not going to change, but maybe if you still feel like that after observing yourself, over time, as you get used to it, you do more and more and more, you get used to it, and then it'll become more of a natural thing for you. So that's what I'm reaching for with like my music, trying to make it more natural to me, So maybe one day I can be successful in a certain extent where it's a natural thing instead of being like an overnight rush of like emotions and stuff. It's like this presence remains. Like Muji Baba says, be empty of ideas of yourself or a sense of personhood where it's like a perceived awareness of yourself where you're limited and you're negative in a sense at all. So being aware of that and realize you're not that, and you're this holy good presence, not holy Holy, but holy WHOLY, like whole, like the whole, like the encompassed universe within yourself as yourself and that presence of being. So just become aware that when you do stuff and you create and you're able to have like a photo to look back on, a video to look back on, a song to look back on, it will really help. So yeah, peace.